So we're going to do a little reflection on the summer solstice. Would you believe is this week? Might not notice it with with the rain we've had. But one thing that I did reflect on, I think, with the winds we've had, I always think there's something about the wind that, you know, brings this energy, you know, potentially a powerful energy. I suppose it could be interpreted in different ways. Sometimes we have a gentle breeze, but it's been really quite gusty and strong, hasn't it? And I kind of feel, I don't know, sometimes I feel like maybe it's bringing something in or clearing something out. Yeah, there's just felt quite a powerful energy with the wind. And in a way, it's a very powerful time. If we think about the earth at this time of year, now reaching this midway point, this solstice, this summer solstice, where, you know, things are bursting with life. We've talked before, sort of as we've come through the spring, that kind of abundance. You know, there's a real surge in energy as the earth's energies sort of come up and out to show us, you know, through the blooms, through the insects, through the activity and sounds of the birds, and the animals, and yeah, everything's sort of greening and filling out, you know, hedgerows. I always like that point when you suddenly sort of look at a hedgerow that you might pass frequently and you go, gosh, in the winter I can see right through that. And then at this time of the year it's just completely different, and in fact it's probably reaching out and catching your hair or because there's not quite as much cutting going on. So some of the walks I've done, I'm wading through grass. So yeah, it's a time of year, this bursting with life, bursting with energy, this kind of brightness and the warmth, which is, you know, will be here and is here when the wind drops and when the sun's out. You can feel the energy and the warmth from the sun. And so we approach Thursday, our longest day of the year, and it describes this sort of element of where the sun seems to hang in the sky, this kind of weightlessness, this again, this powerful energy. And the summer solstice, from the Latin solstitium, might not have said that quite right, but it translates as the sun stands still. The sun stands still. So despite all the energy that's going on, it can be a really special time to take a pause, to stand still with the sun and maybe really feel that energy. So a time to honour the space between the earth and the heavens. And I'm taking this from my lovely Earth Pathways diary, as you may imagine, but the suggestions for things like ritual: singing loud, dancing wild, yes please, lighting bonfires on hilltops, staying up through the night, stargazing. Yeah, so however you choose to celebrate this festival. And we'll be meeting on Thursday for a supper and a little nod to the fire. We'll have a little fire, and yeah, a moment to stand still with the sun. So with that in mind, we can bring our attention into the body and take some moments just to settle in and find a posture to support your practice. And any posture will serve us today, whether it's sitting, standing, lying down or walking. And if it feels comfortable to close the eyes or lower the gaze. And perhaps beginning here with taking a few deeper breaths. So just inviting in a little more breath. And a nice gentle release on the out breath. And using these deeper breaths just to ease out any tightness or aching through the body. Using these deeper breaths just to help the muscles, the skin to soften, particularly on each out breath. Using these deeper breaths just to help the mind focus, come into the present. Now, if the sort of deeper, slower breaths support you, then by all means continue with those. Or if you prefer, you can relax the breath, come into a natural wave, natural rhythm. But also knowing that you can return to those deeper breaths at any time. Whether that's just to help bring that attention to refocus, or just to generally kind of have a sense of slowing things down. As a way of soothing the body systems. And you might like to keep your attention in the breath, or using it as an anchor point. So a place that we can return to, particularly if for whatever reason the mind becomes a little scattered, it's wandering. Might get hooked into a bit of a story and just replaying scenes and words. But as best we can and as often as we can, inviting the mind to be present with the body in this moment. As we create a moment of quiet. As we take a moment to be still with the sun. We can also have a sense of this body taking up part of that space between the earth and the sky. We might take a moment to feel into the feet, if they're connecting with the ground, or perhaps the parts of the body that are being supported by the ground or by the chair or the cushion. We're just adapting this a little depending on your posture. We're going to guide us as having a gentle focus in the feet. And feeling into the sensations in the feet. As a way of feeling this connection with the earth. And if you can, taking a moment to feel into or have a sense of Earth's abundant energies at this time of the year. And you might feel into the sensations in the feet for this. You might also include any sounds of nature that might be in your presence. Or having a sense of the earth and what life is so apparent. Through the flowers all plants, the insects, the birds, the animals, the people. Everything growing. Everything reaching toward the sun. And you might also include a sense, perhaps the top of the head, parts of the upper body, the chest, lifting and growing toward the sun. This body filling the space between the earth and the sky. Having a connection between the earth and the sun. As we feel the earth's energies in the feet. And the alertness and the aliveness in this body as it reaches towards the sun. And feeling this moment of quiet and stillness in the body. inviting the mind to be quiet and still. And resting your attention in this quiet and stillness. Perhaps it's through the breath, the sensations in the feet, or the whole body. Coming back to this moment, this moment of quiet and stillness. Even if it's over and over again. Inviting the mind back. Taking a deeper breath every now and then, if that supports the mind to refocus. Or deepening the breath just to help soften through the body. And at any point, coming back perhaps to feeling the feet, the sensations in the feet connecting with the earth, and how this body fills the space between the earth and the sky. Here we are in this moment of quiet, this moment of being still with the sun. And together now, we'll notice the breath for a breath in and a breath out. And we'll bring this practice to a close. Taking your time to gently shift from the practice, maybe by bringing or moving the body in a gentle way. And then opening the eyes, lifting your gaze whenever you're ready. Lovely. Thank you for your practice.